Early life and military foundation of Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore was born in 1988 in Bondakouai, a small town in western Burkina Faso. He spent his early years in a rural environment that shaped his sense of resilience and community. After completing his primary and secondary education in Bobo Dioulasso, Traore pursued higher studies at the University of Ouagadougou, where he earned a master's degree in geology by 2010. That same year, he decided to join Burkina Faso's armed forces. He was accepted into the George Namono Military Academy in Pa, one of the most respected military institutions in the country. As a cadet, Traore distinguished himself through discipline, academic excellence, and leadership qualities. Upon graduation, he ranked near the top of his class, laying a strong foundation for a career that would soon propel him into national prominence. Anti-terror operations and UN peacekeeping, 2012 to 2020. After graduating from the military academy, Traore quickly rose through the ranks. He was promoted to second lieutenant in 2012 and lieutenant in 2014. During this period, Burkina Faso was increasingly threatened by jihadist insurgencies spilling over from neighboring Mali. In 2018, Traore was deployed as part of Burkina Faso's contingent in the United Nations Multidimensional Integrated Stabilization Mission in Mali, also known as MINUSMA. His deployment exposed him to complex combat scenarios and international military coordination. Upon his return, he was assigned to lead counterinsurgency operations in Burkina Faso's northern regions. His leadership during Operation Otapounou in 2019 was particularly notable. This campaign aimed to dismantle militant networks in the eastern part of the country and restore government control. By 2020, his efforts earned him a promotion to the rank of captain. He had become known within military circles as a pragmatic officer who understood both the strategic and human dimensions of Burkina Faso's security crisis. Rise inside the junta, January, September, 2022. The political climate in Burkina Faso became increasingly unstable as attacks by armed groups intensified. In January, 2022, the military overthrew President Roch-Marc Christian Kabore, establishing a junta known as the Patriotic Movement for Safeguard and Restoration. Traore, by then a respected artillery officer stationed in Kaya, aligned himself with the new military leadership. However, dissatisfaction grew within the ranks over what many perceived as the junta's inability to turn the tide against insurgents. As junior officers voiced their frustrations, Traore emerged as a central figure in these discussions. His regiment became a focal point for discontent, setting the stage for further upheaval. September 2022, coup and interim leadership. On September 30, 2022, Captain Traore led a second military coup within 8 months, deposing Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Santiago Damiba. The coup was driven by frustrations over continued insecurity and accusations of ineffective leadership. Traore and his allies took control of key government institutions and national television, announcing the suspension of the constitution and the dissolution of the government. On October 6, he was declared interim president and head of state, promising to organize elections by July 2024 and to prioritize restoring security across the country. Rebuilding the military and shifting alliances. As the country's new leader, Traore focused on strengthening the armed forces and mobilizing civilian support. He reorganized military units, created specialized intervention battalions, and launched a massive recruitment drive that enlisted tens of thousands of civilian volunteers for homeland defense. Traore also pivoted Burkina Faso's foreign alliances. He severed long-standing military ties with France, ordering French troops to withdraw in early 2023. Instead, he sought closer cooperation with Russia, including possible support from Wagner-linked paramilitary groups. This realignment reflected a broader desire for Burkina Faso to reclaim its sovereignty and reduce dependency on former colonial powers. Administering and consolidating power. Under Traore's leadership, the transitional government has implemented several reforms aimed at economic self-reliance and cultural revival. His administration nationalized portions of the gold mining sector, promoted local agricultural production, and emphasized youth empowerment. In May 2024, a national dialogue extended the transitional period by 5 years, allowing Traore to remain in power until at least 2029. While this move drew criticism from opposition groups, it solidified his control over the political landscape. Security challenges and governance style. Despite his reforms, Burkina Faso continues to face significant security challenges. Jihadist violence persists in many regions, displacing thousands and leaving rural communities vulnerable. Meanwhile, human rights organizations have accused Traore's government of forcibly conscripting critics into the military, censoring media outlets, and restricting civil liberties. A failed coup attempt in September 2023 underscored internal divisions, but mass demonstrations in support of Traore revealed a strong base of popular backing. Many citizens view him as a defender of national sovereignty and a continuation of the Pan-African ideals once championed by Thomas Sankara. Current status and regional influence. Today, Ibrahim Traore stands as Africa's youngest head of state and a symbol of rising Pan-Africanism in the Sahel region. Alongside the military leaders of Mali and Niger, he has formed the Alliance of Sahel States, a bloc aimed at countering regional terrorism and asserting independence from Western influence. As Burkina Faso navigates an uncertain future, Traore's leadership continues to polarize observers. Some see him as a revolutionary reformer, while others warn of authoritarian tendencies that could derail democratic progress.